Guys, I don't just operate on my opinion, I operate on facts, you know what I'm saying? According to a 2018 Harvard Business School study, right? 34 out of the top 100 CEOs in the Fortune 100 companies have engineering degrees, and 32 of them have MBAs. When it comes to building companies, right, and solving problems and extracting inefficiencies, an engineer is more capable of that job than an MBA holder. And I'm gonna break down exactly why. Now, of course, there's smart people in every field. I'm not gonna take that away from mans, you know what I'm saying? Not everyone with an MBA is dumb, and not every engineer is Einstein. But when you look at how these two people are trained in university, right, what they learn in school, what they go through, an engineer is much more capable and much more qualified to be in the most important positions in corporations. Engineers, right, anybody who's been to engineering school knows, like, you're literally trained to solve real world problems from your first year. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're taking that conceptual math, that conceptual science, and you're applying it to those physics concepts, those thermodynamic concepts, those fluid dynamic concepts. You're applying practical theory to real world. You're literally taught to take messy and complicated situations and figure out how to make them work in reality. We're not in class, right, being told to write essays about topics we don't give a fuck about, you know what I'm saying? We're really there to solve real life problems and to make things happen, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's classes where you have all these constraints, you know what I'm saying? And you have to continuously optimize, right? Find a solution that works and fits every single criteria, you know what I'm saying? We're thrown problems and we have to solve them. In MBA programs, it's more theory-based. You learn how to manage a business theoretically. Yeah, you might have to make a fake business and do all the accounting and all the math behind it, but you don't really know day-to-day how to solve problems fundamentally, you know what I'm saying? And that's one of the most important skills you can have in any business. Engineers just got that problem-solving muscle, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's been trained. Having to design that part that fits all these constraints. Why you have a physics assignment due, why you have a fluids assignment due, why you have a manufacturing assignment due, why you have your dynamics assignment due, right? You have 7 classes sometimes you're juggling at once, and you still got to get through it. You know what I'm saying? Everybody who got that degree, you know, if you pass those classes, you know what I'm saying, you're definitely qualified to solve problems. I'll give you all an example. If a bridge collapses, right, the engineer who designed the bridge goes to jail. The person who had the MBA who might have been managing the project is gonna write a book about leadership in times of crisis and go on their little TED Talk tour. So we gotta focus on reality here. That's why a lot of advisory boards, a lot of investor boards, a lot of people at the top of these companies, they're just throwing their money into this shit. They're appointing engineers to run the company because they've proven again and again they can fix problems, they can find inefficiencies, they can make the business more profitable. They got that muscle that was training them initially from when they were 18, 19, going to school, you know, doing all that hard ass shit that no 18, 19-year-old should really be going through, you know what I'm saying? But you're really put under stress, you know what I'm saying? And fundamentally, it just makes you a better leader of a company than somebody who has an MBA. When you actually run a company, you're not just making PowerPoints and passing blame onto the people you delegated the task to. You're fixing cash flow leaks, you're figuring out operations, and you're solving fires that could potentially kill the company. An engineering mindset is to break it down, right? Find the root cause and fix it fast. Prioritize it and fix that fast. That wins every time. Again, the most amount of millionaires are also engineers. You guys can look this up, bro. I'm not just pulling this on my ass, you know what I'm saying? Like, the most amount of millionaires in the world have engineering degrees. Real world thinking, it beats the textbook every single time. Going through that engineering program, it really builds that muscle early. If you have an MBA, good luck outsourcing everything once you have a problem or delegating every time you have a problem. Welcome to the reality, y'all. Stay sharp.